It's time for another day in the fish room. What? Live stream all morning, well, morning, afternoon. It's like 4 o'clock now. I answered all the emails and stuff like that. Time flies when you're having fun. What can I say? But now I want to get something done in the fish room because that's what I came out here for originally, like 4 hours ago. So if I travel down here, my goal today is not knock over what I was about to knock over there, but the goal is to remove this substrate, which is not a lot, right? Just a small layer. Remove the substrate, put in undergravel filter, put in new substrate, possibly plant that crypt heuteroi, and maybe something else, I don't know what yet, and then maybe, depends on how gunky it is after I put in all the stuff I want to put in, but possibly starting to intermix some of my new fish, right? I've got, these are some high fin, sunset Variatus, and you know, I've got a group here which is nice, but they're all high fin, so that's kind of a problem. I don't think this group, if I was to leave it this way, could actually breed together, because I think high fin to high fin gene in Platies is lethal also. So I have to mix at least some of these like younger females that I have for my old group. This one's deformed. I could probably mix this big one in, but she looks like she's got high fin gene also, so but these two don't. So I could at least mix those in, but that's the goal today, is to get some of this stuff done. And yeah, so I gotta get a bucket and a scooper and get to town, or get to work even. So one of my favorite ways to remove substrate from a tank is actually a net, because it gets all the water out, and you get a bucket that is eventually filled with all substrate, not half water, half substrate, that type of thing. I recommend you gravel back first, which we have, but there's been some fishing here for a week, so it might turn super cloudy. But if you really gravel back it well, you shouldn't be leaving much as you gravel back, or not, as you scoop out. So, you know, really all you gotta do is kind of get your net in there, and you just use it kind of like a shovel. Oh, it's gonna be messy. I can already tell. Like, this is not the cleanest gravel ever, but what can I do? Not the dirtiest either, but there you go. You basically get, you know, almost all, you know, all gravel coming out, and you do that, and it goes pretty quick, honestly, when you use a net. And this substrate actually came in the tank when I bought it originally over here. It's got some bio rings. I just left it in there, all that stuff, and I'm hoping, since this is the side that the pleco lives on, it's the dirtier side, and it'll clean up on the other side, because you know, I don't have to wait all day for it to look good, so we'll see. I mean, I'm going to put so much crushed coral and stuff in here that it's probably going to look bad anyway, so. Well, that's how we look after removing 99% of the substrate. There's a little bit left, and I just don't care enough to get it all out, so what are you going to do? But now I got to rinse substrate, one of my least favorite jobs. Well, that's not true. I gotta put undergravel filter plates in, then rinse substrate. Well, this is the giant mess I've created so far, so it doesn't look like fish are going in today, at least not unless they come out at like 11 o'clock at night and move them. But I still gotta put in way more gravel, and yeah, as always, wash more gravel. I've got 2 of the air stones hooked up, so, you know, step in the right direction, but back to washing gravel. Alright, well, made a giant mess here. Gotta wait for that to clear out. Work on that tomorrow. I spent a lot of the day testing Google Hangouts with some people so I can do some collaborations with them. One of them is a 14-year-old boy from Australia, doesn't even have a YouTube channel. He'll be on Thursday. We're going to talk betas. So yeah, check that out. If you're watching this right now, that means it's tomorrow for you. For him, it'll actually be Friday, because it's, you know, weird time warp going on there. But yeah, let me show you around the fish room a little bit before I cut this video to an end. This guppy right here is getting pretty boxy. I bet fry is going to start happening. That's a pretty boxy female right there. So I think we're going to start getting fry out of these, and this, you know, we're really getting this thing turning again. I'm excited to play with these. Yeah, I'm excited to plant this, play with this some. Maybe I've got guppies coming in tomorrow, I'm pretty sure, so maybe I'll grab a bunch of plants from the store and bring them home and plant them up, and yeah, what else I got going on? I got an algae farm up here, but you can see, I just want to show this off. No ferts have gone into this tank at all since, you know, the horrible discus disaster, right? I've got one angelfish and some algae, but look at the plants. The plants themselves, you know, if you look past the algae, are doing pretty good. Just, you know, it's not the best looking tank. I need to get in there. I want to make some magic happen. I might get a colony of guppies or something like that. My turtles are freaking out here. They're going, you haven't fed us yet. Let's show those guys off. Let me put some pellets in there to get them to eat. Oh geez, one-handed. This is like, okay, there we go. Phew. You know, but got some of my repti sticks going. Feed them there. What else I got going? I think that's about it, guys. I got to feed around and I got to edit this. And if you watched yesterday's live stream, which you know I did that today, obviously, but if you're watching this right now, you're going, oh yeah, that was yesterday. I'm going to look into some forum options. I'm just going to do a lot of research. That's what I want to do. I want to make a good, I'm going to write down everything I want in a website / a community and see, can I check off most of these things on the list, just like I would if I was breeding a fish. We'll see how close I can get, look at some options, realize it's a terrible idea, scrap the project, come back to it, scrap it, put it away, do it again, and maybe I'll come out with something that's worth looking at. Maybe I won't, who knows. I did enjoy the discussion today. I enjoy your guys' input, and you know, that's a look into the daily life today. Live stream for, I tried to do it for 15 minutes, came out to an hour and a half. Yeah, so if you guys, I finally got it up on the website, but I've been feeding this a decent amount too. Some Optimum New Life Spectrum Flake. I like it because it's got the right crunchiness to it. And if you're a big flake feeder, you know exactly what that means. It's not super duper crunchy, it's just the right crunch so I can break it up and feed these rice fish and stuff like that. I brought it home from the rice fish and the guppies and I've been feeding them and they seem to be getting nice big bellies from it. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I will see you guys tomorrow at the live stream. What time is it? It's going to be 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, or noon on Friday in Australia. That's how we picked that time, is it was noon for him on a Friday, happened to be 5 p.m. for me, worked out okay, we'll see how it goes, so I'll see you there. Thanks for hanging out, guys. As always, check me out anywhere you want. I did a live stream on Instagram, first one ever. That ability just came out yesterday, first one I'd ever done. I've been answering you guys on Twitter. I'm pretty much all over the place at this point, so thanks for hanging out. We'll see you tomorrow. It's Taco Tuesday, by the way. I'm going to Nam. Once I feed all these, I'm going to eat some tacos. You better believe that.